How about you, Bob?
Well, I saw these guys play yesterday, and as I said in the opening bit for the show, that I'm really impressed with Herkimer. I mean, they have a great team representing upstate New York. Keep in mind, though, that Essex, representing the Maryland region, a Maryland team has never won the national championship.
Jim
So this will
Cabré.
be a first if Essex comes out on top.
Jim Cabré is in the goal for Essex, number 31, and for Herkimer, it is 21, Adam Baker, and this is Essex in white with the ball. 27 is Derek Allender. 20 is Andy Martin. We're just underway here. Brian Kelly on that far side. This is Martin. Brian Kelly, quite familiar here to Coach Days, who coached him in high school. And this is Sean Heffernan on the near side, outstanding former player for Delaney High School. Comes around and scores. Well, it didn't take Heffernan long.
Well, that's a real nice unassisted move. The defenseman went over Heffernan's head, did manage to get a shot at the stick. Number 10, Joe Glecker, defending on that case. But Heffernan, a real nice move to keep the ball under control, pull away from the check, and of course at that point then he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So Heffernan taking charge right from the start.
That's a patent Sean Heffernan move. I've seen that move 100 million times and always ends up with a goal. It's a great move by Heffernan.
Essex with another face-off. On that far side, it's number 40. And getting it back to Brian Kelly in the middle. And this is Martin. And that shot now picked up by number 24, it looks like over there, Jim Hallett. And out in the middle, this is again number 20, Andy Martin from Edgewood High School. And his shot just bounced over the goal. Essex backing up. So Essex doing what it did in the semifinals, gentlemen, and firing away early. This is Heffernan. Hallett behind the goal. As Essex leads here early, 1-0. This is Denena. He misses the goal.
Essex apparently attacking the same zone on both of those moves, clearing out for that the goalkeeper's left side, that pipe.
Herkimer starting Steve Carcaterra, Joe Gleckner, Mike Tesurio, Andres Astragala, Chris Parsons, Adam Baker in the goal, Jeff Roos, Reggie Thorpe, Robert Kenna, and Andrew Fish. And this is Herkimer with the ball, a very quick team. Chenworth on defense there for Essex, and this ball will go out of bounds. Coach Tim Poles, the Essex coach, hauls it in, and they'll get the possession. Again, this is for the National Junior College Championship. The winner is the champion. A Baltimore area team has never won the championship. Essex with a great shot at it this year. Last year's champion Nassau finished third in the tournament.
Herkimer looks real dangerous in the unsettled situation, Bob. I didn't get a chance to see him yesterday, but just that little sequence there makes me a little nervous if I'm with Essex.
I guarantee you, by the time this game gets well underway, you will be impressed by them. I mean,
Andy Martin
very well, very good stick handlers.
In the crease will be called against Essex. Now, if the shot had gone in, it wouldn't have mattered, but those bouncing shots, we saw that in the consolation game. The field is very hard.
Seemed to have a little ledge on the crease area, too. That's a great feed by Andy Martin. Andy Martin was an attackman from Edgewood in high school. Now he's out in the midfield, so he's used to looking for that open man at all times.
1-0 Essex with 12 minutes to go in the first quarter. And there's a play that we have seen repeatedly. Randy and I commented about that in the consolation game. Bob and I saw it yesterday, that the pass going out of bounds. Picked up by number 6 for Essex. That's J.P. McMillan.
A lot of drop-itis around here today.
Jim Cabré in the goal. And
It's
ball
one thing.
batted away by Herkimer.
That's one thing you can always look for, I think, in the beginning of a big game like this is who's got who's going to come out quickly from the blocks, who's a little nervous, who's going to drop the ball, who isn't.
Well, trying for the one-handed shot was Steve Carcaterra. They retain possession. Shot by the goal, Herkimer. Carcaterra again backing up. It's the Herkimer Generals and the Essex Knights. It's Carcaterra, and he scores.
Unassisted goal by number 1, Steve Carcaterra for Herkimer, evens up the score. Outstanding move, of course, but that one individual, he turns around, used the defenseman as a screen to bounce the ball by the goalkeeper.
It's a great individual effort, and he's not a real big kid. He's only about 5'8", 5'9", but seems to have the toughness which you need for a kid that size. Like his shorts, too. A little baggy.
A real baggy.
Real baggy. Clam diggers, I guess.
So Herkimer comes up with the face-off as we're tied at 1. And they are very quick, which Essex is finding out. Shot over the goal, which Cabré, I think yesterday in the semifinal game, Cabré was in the goal, and we were calling him Vince Rose, but it was Cabré, so our apologies to Jim, but the jersey situation is sometimes a little confusing. Out of bounds on another pass, and Essex will get the ball. So Essex, after that first goal, it's been all the Herkimer Generals. 10:44 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 1. And it's getting quite warm out here, gentlemen.
I was just noticing that they just played, what, 24 hours ago. I wonder if this will take a toll at all.
Brian Kelly on that far side for Essex. He gets it over to Martin. Allender has it taken away. Good play by number 44, Mike Margiotta.
It's a fast break situation setting up here.
And a good defensive ball, taking the ball off the ground, Sean Chenworth.
Well, to follow up on your comment just a minute ago, Randy, I do think that will take a toll. Playing 2 lacrosse games on 2 consecutive days is just, it's just not easy to do. As you know, in the Division I, of course, they leave a day in between. The semifinals on Saturday and then the finals on Memorial Day. It's not like basketball. It's real tough to play two games.
Another fast break for Herkimer. Pass by the goal.
Bob, it's interesting to note that Division I, a lot of people are upset that there's only one day between the semifinal and the championship game because of the physical aspect and also the strategy of the coaches, too, for practice purposes.
Herkimer still on the attack. Again, except for that first Essex goal, it seems like it's been all green as we are tied at 1. And the winner will be the national champion.
It's like Essex is sitting in a little bit of a zone here right now. Just slow up some of the dodging on behalf of Herkimer.
Yeah, Herkimer just firing away here as number 46 comes in for Essex. That's Vic Manolio. And Martin comes out on a defensive move by Coach Tim Poles. His assistants Dominic Mezzanotti and Dave Rosinski. This is 17 for Herkimer. That's Todd Edinger. Cabré with a good stop in there. And that ball goes out of bounds, out of an Essex stick, so again it goes to Herkimer. And Jim Cabré, the goalie for Essex, high school is listed as Liverpool, which must be across the pond, as they say. But it's Herkimer with the ball. We're tied at 1, 8:42 to go in the first quarter. And they have just dominated time of possession. Oh, there was an interesting behind-the-back shot by Mike Tesorio.
I think that was between the legs. It was an outrageous shot.
And another bad pass. These bad passes costing both teams as Herkimer comes back on the attack. And there's a goal. That looks like number 40, Andrew Fish, with his first goal, and Herkimer leads 2-1.
Well, there's an indication of what I was talking about in the pregame, Wilson, the balanced attack that these guys have. I mean, notice how willing they are to pass the ball around. I mean, you don't see guys hesitating, should I keep the ball, shouldn't I? They'll pass the ball, they'll take the shots. They really work so well as a unit. I mean, look at all the shots they've gotten off.
Stay with TV 20. We'll be right back with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. And gentlemen, both of you commenting there while we were breaking, they're quick, that Herkimer team.
They're real quick. I'm surprised. Also, the intensity versus the first game, the consolation game right now. You can tell this is a championship game, and Herkimer, I really can't tell one player from another. They all seem to be quick as lightning and have great sticks.
For those folks who might not know, Herkimer, New York is between Albany and Utica, by the way. I mean, it's not one of those big towns. I had to ask myself to find out where it is, but...
I feel better now knowing where it is.
This is number 4, Jamie Carver for Essex. The officials are Rich Tamburino, Bill Jenkins, and John Sheehan. Carver comes around, looks for somebody, nobody clear, so he'll take it back out. He gets it over to number 6, J.P. McMillan, as Essex now trails 2-1. McMillan goes down. The ball is picked up by 24, Jim Hallett. McMillan, he'll get over to Heffernan. Heffernan with the only Essex goal so far.
There you go, there you go. Nice D, baby, nice D.
And Heffernan always draws a crowd of defenders. He usually takes a pretty good pounding during a ball game. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. 2-1 Herkimer. National Championship Junior College game. Played at Catonsville Community College, but it's Essex and Herkimer.
Good D, good D. No, don't go for the stick.
Well, the Essex fans wanted a call that time. They didn't get it. Now they're going to get one. Pushing called against Essex, so Herkimer will get the ball. So the Essex fans didn't get the call they wanted, and they got one against them.
Herkimer's defense is really tenacious right now, keeping a lot of pressure on the offense of Essex, and that's been the key so far.
Yeah, they really are playing. They're playing right on the hairy edge, it seems to be. I mean, they're really taking a lot of chances, and you're just getting the check in as the guy gets around them. I mean, very aggressive. I think it's more typical of the New York style of lacrosse all the way
Most
around.
definitely.
It's a much
Very
more
physical.
aggressive, physical game.
Well, we're going to get another call against Essex, and they're going to be a man down very soon. And they score.
There it is.
Number 11, Mike Tesorio. It's 3-1 Herkimer.
Again, the ball movement pays off. The ball coming around behind the goal, forcing the goalkeeper to change his orientation. Tesorio cutting across the crease for just a standard textbook lacrosse play, but so well executed, impossible to stop.
And a 1-minute penalty against Essex for slashing, and Mike Tesorero has himself a goal, giving his team a 3-1 lead, and they'll have the extra man right away.
I apologize to Mike for mispronouncing his name. Tesorero, thank you.
Tesorero. Well, I think we've all mispronounced it at one time or another.
And may continue to do so.
Yeah.
I can tell a lot of these people are from New York.
Well, problem, of course, is we don't see these teams all year, and then come in here and 2 days we have 3 different teams rosters to contend with. But Essex really under fire here as Herkimer comes up with the ball. And they lead 3-1, and there it is again, the play of the weekend. The pass that sails over everybody. Where did it sail to that time, Coach? I believe you...
I think it was out in the Beltway.
Out in the Beltway.
695 is pretty popular. That's a real shame for Herkimer because they had a great advantage, possibly go up by 3 goals there on the EMO, but Essex, a nice break for them. Hopefully they can...
Well, Essex still has to clear the ball, though.
They got to clear it.
And Brian Kelly's just going to try to run it down, which so far he's doing successfully. Dodges 1 man, 2 men.
He made it.
Got away from the attack men. Still got the shot off while being bulldogged to the ground. Holding will be called, a 30-second violation. So now Essex, trailing by 2, will set up its extra man offense. And Essex, since that first goal, has had very little activity offensively. Very few shots, giving Baker not much to do in that goal for Herkimer. Allender to Martin to Heffernan. Here's Kelly. And just as he goes to take that shot, he gets hit.
Herkimer defensemen seem to be in the right place at the right time so far.
It's just a regular 2-3-1 extra man offense. We haven't. There goes the cutter now into the crease, but also the penalty is being cleared as the Herkimer midfielder comes in.
There's a goal.
Not quick enough to stop the shot, and
that was number 4. It looked like Jamie Carver. So he gets the second goal for Essex. They now trail by 1, 3-2, with 4:58 to go in the first of the 15-minute quarters in college lacrosse.
It's ironic they didn't score until it was all even after that extra man situation. But that's always the way it is sometimes.
Yeah, and of course, one of the things is when as you well know, when the player comes in to even the sides up, oftentimes people start yelling, it's all even, but it really isn't all even until that guy gets in position.
Exactly.
Ball grabbed by Essex. Score! Beautiful feed by 46, Vic Manolio to number 24, Jim Hallett, and we are tied at 3. Nice play by Manolio that time.
It's a beautiful look. Howard was right there, and he cashed in. He capitalized on the situation. I'll tell you, things looked bleak about 60 seconds ago for Essex, but I feel a lot better for Essex right now.
2 quick goals will do that to him.
I think it's called Old Man Momentum or Old Mr. Mo.
4:42 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 3.
I thought we had a wrestling match out there. Midfield, it's like a reversal.
And the ball will go to Herkimer. Again, the officials for today are Rich Tamburino, Bill Jenkins, and John Sheehan on a very warm, beautiful day at Catonsville Community College. And there's a great feed on the crease to number 11, Mike Tesoriero. Well, we did it again, or I did.
I'll let you handle that one.
And he gets the quick stick goal at making it 4-3 Herkimer with 4:26 to go. So that took about 4 seconds.
He snagged that one out of midair.
Mike Tesoriero. He's majoring in marketing from Shaker High School, and Essex now finds itself again trailing. Ball picked up by Manolio, and Vic gets it behind to the attack. Here's Heffernan on the near side. People changing on the fly for both teams. Kelly receives the pass, gets it to Martin, back to Kelly. Back to Heffernan. Denena. Score! Joe Denena gets the 4th Essex goal. We are tied at 4. Essex is the home team on the scoreboard, being seated number 1.
Yeah, it's a nice shot by Denena. I think it sort of took the goalkeeper a bit by surprise. It didn't look like a particularly difficult shot to stop, but it went in.
Had eyes on it.
Yeah.
Perfect placement. So we're tied at 4 with 3:55 to go. So in about the last 20 seconds, we've had 3 goals. Well, a violation called against Essex, so Herkimer will get the ball. So the green-clad Herkimer Generals will start to work the offense. Boy, they've just got quick stick movement. There it is. Just made it look easy. Was that 11 again?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious where the offense is coming from right now. The crease is wide open.
Mike Tesserero scores again. That's his 3rd goal, and it is now 5-4 in favor of Herkimer.
Wilson, you called it right with the quick stick movement. Essex is sitting in a zone right now, not putting a whole lot of pressure on the ball behind. And with this quick stick movement, they're feeding the crease there and getting these little quick layups. It's a tough situation.
Well, the other thing you'd expect to have a zone defense do is to clog up the middle. I mean, one of the primary functions of the zone is to force the offense to be away from the goal, not on the crease, and so it's not being...
Another goal within about a second. Number 1, Steve Carcaterra. And it's those face-offs are really costing Essex. The guy's coming up free on the face-off, taking it right down the field, and it's an easy score, 6-4 with 3:32 to go in the first quarter.
Herkimer has responded perfectly here. As you said, Wilson, if you're down, you got to get that face-off and push it back down the offensive end, and they've executed perfectly.
Well, Essex comes up with that one so far. Denena trying to run it down for Essex, and he does, but he's got a lot of pressure over there. Now Essex will set up. They again trail by 2. And Essex not familiar this season very much with being behind. Kelly. Here comes Herkimer, Brad Nelson. Hits the side of the goal and it bounds out of bounds. He's right there following it.
Bob, are there clones out there for Herkimer? They all look the same to me.
Yeah, both Carcaterra and Nelson, the 2 attackmen, I mean, they look identical, don't they? I mean, they're both small, relatively small of stature, but very quick.
Another goal. And that was by whoever emerges from that pack. Number 24 for Herkimer, Jeff Roos. It's now 7-4. Stay with TV 20. We'll be right back.
I mean, obviously, through the beginning of this game. Look, we've got 7 goals from their offense, and we still have 2 minutes left in the first period. Now, I will recall that yesterday they came out with 6 goals in the first period, and then, you know, they cooled off a bit in the second period. So I wouldn't expect that they can keep up this pace through the entire game.
Herkimer again with the face-off. And again with a shot. And I don't know how that pass got through, but it looked like there were a lot of big sticks up there in the way, and somehow it got through to number 16, Jason Sweet. This is Carcaterra.
That was a great move, though. He rocked back and then tried to shoot, but too many defensemen in the way there.
kind of pass on the ground. You just can't do that. Essex gets away with it and scores. Joe Denena.
Yeah, great heads-up play. Capitalize on those unsettled loose ball situations, move the ball in front of the goal, and pick up that easy score. Great play by the attack unit for Essex.
Best offense is an unsettled situation.
Heffernan with the assist. Denena with the goal. It is 7-5 in favor of Herkimer with 1:44 to go in the first period. So we've had 12 goals scored in about 13 minutes.
Got to give Essex credit. They continue to fight back when it looks a little bleak early.
Jason Myers got that face off.
Well, we commented that Herkimer scored 7 goals here in the first period, but let's also note that Essex is
That's
on
right.
5. So.
And Denena has the miss. Well, he gets it back.
That's a nice timeout on part of Essex. Got the troops settled down and now are focusing on what they need to do next.
This is Jamie Carver. Gets it to Heffernan. Picked up by Carver. He gets it back to Heffernan. A big bouncer over the goal by Hallett. But Essex backing up. Heffernan dodges 3 or 4 people out to the midfield. Blocked in there by Baker, the goalkeeper. That ball rolls by the goal.
Well, again, Essex scrambling on the loose ball, unsettled situation, coming very close that time. But we do have a penalty being called, a technical foul. Did you hear what the infraction was?
Sound like
It was a push. It was
pushing
push.
on Robert Kenna, number 35 of Herkimer, give Essex the extra man with 36 seconds to go in the quarter. So almost the rest of the quarter, unless they score, they'll have an extra man. They trail by 2. It is 7-5 in favor of Herkimer. So Essex got to go to work here and take advantage of this situation. Shot by the goal by Andy Martin, goes out of bounds. Essex still with the ball. Martin. Kelly takes that high shot, but it's too high. Heffernan always backing up. Allender. Ball rolls by the goal. Well, Essex has had their shots. They just haven't capitalized. 4 seconds. 3. Score! Just with the time running out. And who was that down on the bottom? Well, we'll take a check and see who that was. It looked like number 3, maybe?
No, I think it was number 1.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly. Okay, so at the end of the first quarter, it is Herkimer 7, Essex 6.
Yeah, and to reiterate, the last 3 goals have been on unsettled situations. So.
Well, we got people lying on the ground on the ball, and it's picked up by Essex. And a defenseman, number 5, with that long stick, John Simpson, takes a shot. So Essex will keep the ball. They trail by 1. This is Heffernan behind the goal. And it's really warm out here now. Heffernan comes around and scores. Well, he's just an incredible attack man.
Yeah, really, just an outstanding move. I think that what we have seen, the aggressive play by the Herkimer defense, Essex is being successful both with Kelly and with Heffernan on that move, especially to take advantage of that aggressive play.
Hefferman's probably the littlest guy on the field, but he's got the biggest heart and a lot of guts, and that's just an outstanding individual effort on the part of Sean Hefferman.
He's got 2 goals. And speaking of outstanding people, let's mention those sponsors of this tournament. Ron Reagan from State Farm Insurance, Allman Lacrosse, Ron Kaufman, St. Paul School, Daktronics, Backrack Raisin, CJ's Restaurant, Lax World, the Lacrosse Foundation, the Green Turtle, Body Tone, Chadwick Athletic Club, Sticks, Pickles Pub, CC Rittenhouse, and Brian.